Hey, Homecoasters. I am Emily Woods, and welcome to my podcast. This is Homebuyer Tips, Episode 2, where we will discuss how to find a real estate agent. I am a licensed realtor in both New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Before I got into the real estate industry, I was fortunate enough to have an agent I knew personally and trusted to walk me through my first home purchase. Now, I remember how exciting the process was, but it was also so overwhelming. And I was so grateful to know that I had a professional real estate agent who had my back the whole way. Now, I personally love to work with first-time buyers. I find their energy to be exciting and makes my day more entertaining. Their eagerness to learn and many questions keeps me sharp. Each transaction is different, so there are always new challenges and questions that pop up that I am always happy to answer or go find the answer. So today I'm going to talk about that huge question that lingers over most first-time buyers' heads, which is, how do I find a real estate agent? So, quick story. A few years ago, I got a text from my sister. A friend of hers from her childhood dance class had posted on Facebook. Her post read, "So, how does one go about finding a real estate agent?" The responses that she got were pretty uncomfortable from my position. People were telling her, "Oh, all agents are awful. They all suck. I know one that sucks a little bit less if you're interested." There is apparently this really negative stigma lingering out there that puts real estate agents on the same level as a used car salesman. I'm not going to lie, I have crossed paths with agents who do have those aggressive salesperson personalities that for me is a complete turnoff. However, I also associate with many agents who are like myself. I know you have to know me to know that I'm speaking the truth, but I wholeheartedly love helping people. For me, real estate is my way of giving back to my communities. I really do love guiding people through the process, helping them to understand their investment, making sure that they are comfortable in their decisions, and then popping that bottle of champagne with them on settlement day. It is actually pretty poor practice to not have your client's best interest at hand. Most of the most successful agents thrive from referrals. So if you're a jerk and your client feels swindled, do you really think that they're going to refer their family and friends to you? Of course not. So please rest assured, there are so many fantastic real estate agents out there who are ready to help you through your real estate ride. With my sister's friend, my sister responded to her post letting her know about me. I met with her over coffee, we really hit it off and had a great conversation. We did end up working together and she bought her first home a few months later. She is now very happy in her new home and has been kind enough to write some positive reviews for me and spread my good name around. So back on track, how do you find a real estate agent? Well, first, do you know anybody personally? Do you personally know any real estate agents? Do you have a family member or a friend who is a realtor? If the answer is yes, call them. It might seem obvious, but some people don't think to do that when their family or friend doesn't live in the area they're looking. But even if they don't work in your area, they will be a fantastic resource for you and can help link you up with an agent who is. Okay, so you don't know an agent personally. So think about it. Do you know someone who recently bought or sold their house? ask them. Ask them who their realtor was and if they would recommend them to you. Personal recommendations are the best recommendations. But suppose you don't know an agent and you don't know anyone who recently experienced the Homecoaster. Now you have to do some homework. Or, quick commercial, Homecoaster does have a find an agent service available. So if you would prefer to have some help linking up with an agent in your area, we will do the homework for you. If you are listening on YouTube, I'll put the link to our agent referral service below. If you are listening elsewhere, just head over to homecoaster.com and click the link on the top of the page that says Find an Agent. So you will first want to identify the brokers in the area you are searching. Go drive around. Whose signs are on the front lawns? What brokers' offices are visible in the neighborhood? Is there a main street that runs through the town where you see an office with postings of listings in the window? They're probably the most prominent realtor in that location, or most prominent broker in that location. So keep your eyes open for brokers' offices in the neighborhood. Then, of course, search online for brokers in the area. Now, while you're online, most brokers' websites will list their agents and have bios for their agents. So spend some time browsing the bios and make a list of agents who grab your attention. Now, don't necessarily focus on their experience, although that, of course, has its benefits, but you want to work with someone who you feel comfortable with, someone you feel you can relate to, someone who understands your needs. So make your list. Once you have 2 or 3 agents in mind, go ahead and give them a call. Set up a meeting at their office or a local coffee shop, wherever you feel comfortable. And again, keep in mind, the most important thing here is that you hire someone that you feel you can trust. At your meetings, start with small talk. Think of it kind of like a date. Spend some time getting to know each other. They want to know, they have every right not to work with you as well. So get to know each other, talk. You'll be able to tell very quickly if this is a person that you're comfortable with or not. After a few minutes of casual conversation, you can then jump into some real estate chat. Let them know that you are interviewing multiple agents and simply want their insight on the current market in the area that you are looking. Just let them talk. Let them give you their expertise and you listen. If you have a list of questions, write them down ahead of time and maybe bring up 1 or 2 while meeting with the agents during this initial interview. Listening to their responses will help you determine if you feel they will be the best guide for you. So maybe you have mortgage questions. Maybe you want to know how long the process takes. Maybe you want to know how to narrow down your location. Maybe you have questions about commissions or what and or if you owe anything to them. Whatever your initial questions are, you will get a good idea of how valuable of a resource each agent will be simply by asking 1 or 2 of them at that initial interview and listening to their response. They will likely then want to ask you questions about what you are looking for and what your expectations are. And now it's their turn to listen. The best agents are great listeners, and a great listener is a good indication that they will give you great service. So once you speak to a couple agents, you should simply go with your gut. Ask the agent of your choice to explain the agency contract and then get them on your team. We already talked about the team in the last podcast. You need to have your financial advisor, you need to have your mortgage broker, but probably the most important team member is your realtor. So get a good realtor, someone that you are comfortable with on your team early in the process. That's all I have for you today. If you need more guidance on finding an agent, head over to homecoaster.com and check out our blog post on this subject. If you are listening on YouTube, again, I'll post the link below for you. Also, if you are house hunting in the South New Jersey or Philadelphia communities, I'd be happy to meet with you and see if we would be a good fit. Make sure you follow Homecoaster on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more ways to smooth your real estate ride.